you couldn't tell by my accent, I'm British. And if you couldn't tell by my content, I would describe myself as either a hipster or a geek. Because of this, I'm of course interested in space. Growing up in the UK in the 2000s, as I say, geek for context's sake, I found a lot of sci-fi content to watch. And while I never found myself interested in Star Wars, Star Trek, or Red Dwarf, I was very interested in Doctor Who. Predominantly I found myself enjoying number 10 and number 11. Today I want to talk about why arguably the best and my favourite is number 11. For all those people living under a rock, Doctor Who is a British sci-fi television show where the Doctor, a Time Lord from Gallifrey, yes, that makes them an alien, travels through time and space in a stolen time machine called a TARDIS, which stands for Time and Relative Dimensions in Space. And yes, you heard me correctly. I said them because at the end of one life cycle, they regenerate. Don't like it, go get mad on X that the world isn't the way you want it. Okay, yes, Doctor Who has been running for over 50 years. And yes, that does mean there has been a lot of Doctors. And I can almost guarantee someone somewhere will be saying how David Tennant's number 10th and now number 14th is better. To which I say, fine, you're entitled to your opinion. And I like that Doctor too. Side note, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing David Tennant as the Doctor again. But let me explain why I think from a concept and media plays the 11th Doctor is better. The Doctor is an alien, as I said. They have two hearts, for goodness sake, so you should expect them to act like an alien. Even if they have been around Earth for centuries, there would still be some alien left. Think about people who move from one country to another. Do they ever completely stop being from the country they were born in? It may be a slight thing, like making a dish a certain way, or it may be a bigger thing, like having their original accent. Obviously, we don't know how other Gallifrey natives act, but I imagine that certain things the 11th Doctor does could be done by other aliens. Things like fidgeting, the talking fast, the being really excited about a topic, the mood swings. Hey, where are the clips? Well, to do that, I would have had to have scanned through multiple hours worth of footage just to find something when there are already videos you can look up of that. So what you're saying is you're lazy. Not lazy, just tired. And not a very good editor. Well, I tell you what then, you're fired. You can't fire me, I'm you. Looks like I just did, buddy. Fine, have it your way. Good luck with just a voice. Fine, you can come back. I want to clarify, if you do those things, I'm not calling you an alien. In fact, I do some of those things too. What I'm saying is you may also expect to see them done by another life form. Doctor Who, I believe, is or was supposed to be aimed at families. That's why I find it strange that they should put so many obvious adult scenes in. From the top of my head, I can think of two particular moments. The first moment is in Let's Kill Hitler. The newly regenerated River song, for some reason, is bad, even though for most of the time she's good and helping the Doctor. She goes to, I think it was a Nazi ball with a gun, and basically requests everybody in the ball to strip. Okay, there is no full nudity, but this can't be targeted for kids, right? This must be targeted at adults. I tend to see this more and more recently, where something is targeted at, they make 100% sure there is something for adults, which usually doesn't leave much for kids. The second scene I remember was the time of the Doctor, where the Doctor is implied to be fully nude, and he is greeting Clara. When something is targeted for adults, it usually has swearing, nudity, crudity, drugs, or all of the above. Adults can enjoy something without it being adult. We are not all sex-crazed lunatics who won't be entertained unless we hear a swear word or a mention of a body part. Boobs. Okay, maybe they are, but not me. There is currently no middle ground, and I think there should be. Media creators should be tolerant of people who have different sexual preferences, and they should be aware of their audience if they are going to go down this route. And no, I don't mean stick a LGBTQIA plus person in every bit of media. What I mean is, firstly, there doesn't always have to be adult humour. And secondly, if you do have to put sexuality in, for once think about another group other than straight or gay. There is a lot of groups in that one term. Having only gay and straight media is a bit like saying London is the only part of England. I personally never enjoyed number 12. They were too cold and old man-like. I get that the Doctor is old. I believe over 1200 years. But they don't have to be so cold. In the few episodes I saw, I did see them become nicer, which makes more sense. Could you imagine if Santa Claus was portrayed as going around like, "It's stupid kid, stupid cold, stupid present, hate Christmas"? You'd probably say, why are you doing it then? As well as that, the 12th Doctor also had a rubbish regeneration. Again, from memory, around the time they regenerated, they stayed in bed and refused to help. The 10th Doctor, after recently regenerating, had a sword fight. The 11th Doctor crash-landed a TARDIS, and then proceeded to save the world after coming back. The 12th stepped out of a bedroom in the pyjamas after not helping. The most recent Doctor has had a different scriptwriter, who has made it more real, which completely put me off. I watched Doctor Who because of the wacky aliens and adventures, probably as a form of escapism, and I reckon most other people did too. Because the 11th Doctor was kind and had some different mannerisms, they made for some visually and audibly exciting moments. They also, in my opinion, made for a fairly convincing alien. This is why, in my opinion, the 11th Doctor is the best. Which Doctor was your favourite? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more of my videos in the future, you know what to do. Leave a like if you like the video, and yeah, bye. Oh, blimey. Fish and chips, what not? God save the king.